Continuing our extended edition look at what is the Age of the Ring mod, we turn to the War of the Ring mode. This mode historically has not gotten a whole lot of love in the BFME community, but like everything else in the mod, Age of the Ring goes above and beyond to overhaul it. I go into incredible detail regarding this in my War of the Ring series if you want to know the specifics. One thing I've only barely touched on either there or in this series though is the in-unit system, which is virtually unrecognizable in Age of the Ring compared to how it is in vanilla. In vanilla, in either Skirmish mode or War of the Ring mode, each of the 7 factions has a unique unit you can acquire from captured inns, though some are similar to one another. Such in-units were designed to complement each faction, replacing something which was either missing from the faction or helping to correct one of their weaknesses. A good example of this is Angmar and its hillmen, who can be buffed by their chieftain Hwaldar's leadership. The faction has no hillmen who are swordsmen, only spearmen and axe throwers, and the orc swordsmen do not benefit from Hwaldar's leadership. This can make keeping all units in a cohesive army under Hwaldar's leadership a little tricky, so Angmar's in-unit is appropriately the wild hillman swordsman unit, which do get buffed by the chieftain. So the vanilla games incentivize getting and holding these units. In Age of the Ring, the whole thing is completely reimagined. For starters, in many though not all maps, the inn structure has been replaced with auxiliary camps, designed to look like something typically found in the wild, like a ruin. Like in vanilla, this system is also available in either Skirmish mode or War of the Ring mode, but has had a massive expansion for either one, though packed more of a punch in War of the Ring. For anyone not familiar with Age of the Ring's Overhaul, you cannot get upper tier units in RTS battles unless you bring them in from your overworld army. Consequently, in units can play a more decisive role in RTS matches in War of the Ring than in Skirmish mode, operating in many instances like mid-game units, often having unique and powerful abilities. That being said, AOTR's roster of in units is completely different from Vanilla's and far larger. In Age of the Ring, there are now over 30 all-new in units. None of these are repeats from Vanilla either, but are all original units to Age of the Ring, though a handful are units normally found in Skirmish mode factions. This is in part because some units were removed from their War of the Ring versions of the factions, like Isengard's Dunnish Axemen, and so are instead found as in units. What makes these units even more interesting is these units are available per region of Middle-earth, with typically one different unit per good or evil side, so they are not available per faction as in vanilla. Thus all good factions will get the same in-unit per that region, and likewise for the evil factions. Because each side's in-unit is the same for every good or evil faction, unlike vanilla, these units are not necessarily designed to correct each faction's weaknesses, though they can. The faction of Haradwyth's Mahud units, for instance, do not have spearmen, but the region of Haradwyth's in-unit for the evil factions is a Mahud spearman unit. Because of the strict limitations imposed on RTS matches in AOTR's War of the Ring, and to showcase this whole new in-unit system to its fullest, in AOTR's War of the Ring, inns are now found on almost every single map. This region system is also transferred over to Skirmish mode, where in the map list you can see that each map is listed as part of a specific region of Middle-earth. For either Skirmish or War of the Ring mode, this change aligns with the developer's storytelling philosophy. The units help to bring a part of that region of Middle-earth to life, as though you're traveling across the world and seeing different peoples in their own struggles against different manifestations of the shadow, and the other way around. Consequently, most of these units will offer something totally new. So you won't know what in units are available per map unless you've memorized them or consulted a reference, like this one. But as if all of this wasn't cool enough, the developers have made secret in units available only in War of the Ring mode, adding that much more gameplay value to it. These are also available per region, so all territories in such regions will have the same secret in units, but these are only a small handful of regions which offer these secret units. These help to emphasize that much more the uniqueness of that region they come from, whilst adding more gameplay value to the War of the Ring mode. For instance, the region of Rovanien, in which lies Mirkwood and the Upper Vale of the Anduin, provides Spider Riders and the Eotheod, who live in each of those respective areas. so you can actually have 3 in units rather than 1. It should be noted, by the way, that these are the in units that I'm personally aware of. The developers have gone to great lengths to make many units very hard to find, so it's likely there are some I am missing. Even so, it's a fairly impressive list of units to bring the world to life. Naturally, while the War of the Ring map is expanded to include several times the amount of territories as in vanilla, this map can only accommodate so many territories per region, so there are many maps available in Skirmish mode that are not in War of the Ring mode. All the same, it's an incredible feature with tons of replay value to revitalize an otherwise aging game mode. Well, that about wraps up this brief episode. Hard to know when to quit when it comes to Age of the Ring, there's just so much great content to cover. In the meantime, if you haven't already, why not download this amazing mod? It's fast, free, and easy. Download link is in the description. I have a great installation guide on my channel here.